Last week on Sailing Adrift.
Oh, we gotta get out of the marina, huh, Kell? It's been nice.
Taking us out. We left the marina, but we didn't get too far. Decided to anchor out in the bay for a few nights for a different perspective of Cabo.
Now he's facing us. He's like, I see you guys. Here we are, babe.
Made it.
Yes. There are moments of what we've done that actually do feel quite a bit like a vacation. And then there's a lot of moments that feel like a lot of work.
Speaking of work, Chris still hasn't caught a fish. Will today be the day?
Because I am the rookiest of fishermen. Teaching myself what's new.
Anyway, today's the day we leave Cabo San Lucas. It's gonna be doing this for the next 32 hours. It involves some naps and some snacks.
Well, adios there, Cabo San Lucas. We had a great time. The worst part about Cabo San Lucas is something very specific. There's this place on the beach called Mangoes where they have all sorts of fun, and I don't have a problem with that, but it has this laugh track where it's just the most obnoxious thing in the world. Kelly thought it was like a chimpanzee screaming. And I tried to tell her that no, that is a gentleman laughing. And they just play it constantly. If you've got a joke, you don't need to tell people when to laugh, which is not necessarily true if you watch sitcoms. Anyway, bye Cabo! Captain's log, we're just leaving Cabo San Lucas. Have a nice little stay here. We've been waiting a couple of extra days to see if we can get some wind to fill in, but it looks like we're gonna end up with about, anything from nothing to 10 to 15 knots. So we might be able to get some sailing in this old beast, but we'll have to wait and see. I'd love to put up the sails because I want to catch a fish. And it's a lot harder to do when your sails aren't up. I'm gonna put up the main just for a stabilizer and then get out the one hand line and we'll just keep going. We'll just cruise along and see what we got. Big news, Kelly.
What's that?
Drifter and the two of us are now officially in the Gulf of California. No more Pacific Ocean, technically. Maybe. Does it still count? I'm not sure. Steve Cortez. Is it its own thing? I don't know. Do you? Well, we're in the Gulf of California, though. Between you and me, the sea state here is so much nicer.
Yep, we're knocking on wood for that comment. This was going to be a long passage from Cabo to Mazatlan. We were both looking forward to a fairly calm sea state, and so far, that's exactly what we were getting. Even though we had the motor on, Chris decided to toss out one of our hand lines off the stern. It was some wishful, fishful thinking, but you know, the power of optimism and whatnot.
Something's on here, man. Something big.
Is it hard?
That's what she said. That's not easy.
Not sure what that was about, but we're going back in for redemption. About 10 minutes later.
You filming this? We caught something, Kelly. We're gonna eat good tonight. Oh, it is a fish. Holy sh**.
Oh my god, Christopher.
What the hell? Yeah, it's alive, dude. I'm afraid. I think it's a tuna. Hi, tuna. I'm really sorry.
You gonna let it go?
Why would we let it go? It's a fish.
I don't know.
It's like a tuna, man. I think it's a big eye tuna, man.
Woohoo! Chris caught his first fish. We caught our first fish. I can smell that, dude.
Yeah, it's pure alcohol. I made it. That's the white dog.
Oh. These are the remnants from our distillery days. Okay,
All right,
so...
now what do I do? I'm sorry.
Alright, we committing to eating this guy or what?
Yeah, we already like doused him with booze. I think he's dead.
He's not dead. We need to smack him.
I don't know, man. Look at. But
Yeah.
like with a tuna, you gotta bleed him.
It's a lot of blood. Hey Google, how do you fillet a tuna? Since this was our first time and clearly a learn-as-you-go experience, I suggested Chris do all the bloody cutting on deck. He carved out some big fillets, rinsed them in salt water, and then he was allowed to bring them inside to trim up.
Sun setting on our overnight passage to Mazatlan. Caught a fish today, the first one ever. It was a bonito. Sea state is improved over the Pacific. Still get a little sideways actions, not much wind to speak of today, but let's take a look at this sunset. Pretty cool. Kelly's joined me. She decided to wash down the end of her bench with her drink.
Get rid of the fish blood.
Yeah, there's fish blood
There
on
was a lot
stuff.
of blood today.
I'll probably pull in the lure here pretty quick and we'll get settled in for our night watches. We're gonna start at 8 p.m. and do 3-hour night watches. So 8 to 11, 11 to 2, 2 to 5, and 5 to 8. And then we should be arriving in Mazatlan in the mid-afternoon tomorrow, somewhere between like 2 and 4 would be my guess.
And then we'll have the whole weekend.
To do what?
Explore.
And hang out?
Hang out.
That's right. It's time to get into cruising, Kelly. We still haven't used our barbecue. We haven't used our stand-up paddle boards. We gotta do these things. Mazatlan.
It's sad but true. We have yet to use any of our water toys. Our snorkels are still in the packages, our paddle boards have never been blown up, and we've only put our swimsuits on one time. The sunset that evening was absolutely amazing. So much brilliance and contrast in the clouds, the sea was almost purple. Night fell and we each sank into the rhythm of our watches.
Did a lap around the deck this morning and found a nice baggie full of squid. It wasn't in this baggie though. I'd put it in the baggie. They were on the deck. But I understand that they're pretty good bait. So rather than just toss them off the side, I put them in a baggie and we're gonna put them in the cooler. And we'll see if we can't use them to catch something bigger. We also got 2 flying fish. These 2 guys. Don't think they're just napping. It is morning of day 2's passage to Mazatlan. No wind at all. In the middle of the night we were getting about 18 knots. That's the highest I saw, but I wasn't gonna go put up the sails at that point. And now I mean shoot, I don't even feel a breeze. You can see it rustling my hair, but I think that's because we're being propelled forward. I think we're in about 4 knots of wind. Last night we were the farthest offshore we've ever been, 80 nautical miles offshore when we're at the middle. It took about 168 nautical miles to get from the Baja to mainland Mexico. So, but we're motoring in. We should be there at about 2 o'clock. It is now noon. And then we're gonna head into the harbor, and there's an anchorage right inside the bay, just inside the harbor entrance right here. Kelly saw a turtle, so her day's complete. She thought it was a garbage bag. Whew, it is warm. It's already 90 degrees. This weekend's supposed to get into the low hundreds. Oh well, we can take it, I'm sure of it.
I'm actually not so sure we can deal with this heat. As we start approaching the harbor, we radio in to request permission.
Mazatlan harbor traffic, Mazatlan harbor traffic, Mazatlan harbor traffic. This is SB Drifter requesting entrance to the harbor, over.
A little lost in translation, but basically we were told to wait for a cargo ship that was about to enter the harbor.
Okay, we will hold outside and wait for notice. Over.
At this point, it's been a long day, and we were both pretty spent. We wanted nothing more than to just anchor down and get some good sleep. But now we have to wait for this stupid cargo ship way out there behind us. While this was a little annoying, we both understood how important it was to be respectful, and we waited patiently for authorization to enter.
Okay, proceed slow.
Follow the ship in.
Yes, baby.
Okay, just to clarify, we are clear to enter the harbor?
Yes, okay, with this.
Thank you so much. Drifter over and out.
We kept our distance and slowly followed the cargo ship into the harbor, then took an immediate turn for the anchorage and started scouting for a spot. We're just gonna tuck in here behind that tower and anchor up, or anchor down. Anchoring, take one.
Initially, we came around the corner, I felt like there was a ton of boats in here, but the anchorage is deep and everybody's kind of tucked up close, so.
Immediately, we noticed a hiking trail we'd heard about prior to coming here. It was just a short distance away.
It's supposed to be a good hike. I think I see human beings going up and down it.
I do, and I see some tents up there.
Let's see what zooming in does. Yep, there are definitely people in tents. So we should do that for our health. Because we've been stuck on a boat a lot. I bet we'll get winded, especially with this muggy heat.
Okay, we'll save that for tomorrow. Now what? Boat work in exotic locations. Take one.
Yeah, we are due for an oil change. You're supposed to do it every 250 hours, and it's been 253.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do it while it's hot, baby, because that way it's viscous.
About done there?
What?
So we're calling it good.
I'm kind of getting used to having hair in my face all the time.
What? The moment of truth.
Yeah. Yeah, we're right there, right in the wheelhouse of full.
Cool.
You tell them, buddy.
Is it proper to like start it up and have it circulate now, or is that a thing?
No, I mean, the oil, no,
Okay.
I don't think so. I'll look it up just to be on the safe side, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to.
Well, looks like somebody thought that was worth doing.
Hey, thanks, babe. This is the life.
We both got a great night's sleep and reminisced that good, clean feeling by taking hot showers.
This morning is still. Kelly's making us iced coffees because it's a little too warm. It is warm.
We did not need blankets last night.
No blankets, and Kelly woke up and turned on the fan to high in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
I don't know what time it was. It's something like you've got the beginning of the night and then the big long middle and then the end of the night.
Sleep at like 8. 7:55 to be exact.
That's tasty. Thank you, dear.
Today,
Even a little sweet.
we're gonna go for a hike
Yes.
and maybe walk across a glass bridge. And then
All up that big hill right there.
This is Parque Natural Faro, Mazatlan. The park provides a steep but short hike, well maintained with paved trails, and a glass bridge overlooking the cliffside at the top. What's the plan, Stan?
We're gonna get in this here dinghy, head over to Club Nautico, see if we can find the dinghy dock, and then go on that hike, I think. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people going up there right now. It's the time of day to sweat your balls off because there's no breeze, none. Every once in a while you get a puff, and it's so delightful. It's magic.
It's graceful. Permission to come aboard.
Come on down.
Can I hand you my phone?
Sure.
Get a good shot of my butt.
Is there any bad shots of your butt?
I'm in. And I'm sitting. And we are drifting. To the dinghy dock.
Wherever that might be.
A lot of people think, man, after a long trip like that, aren't you just itching to get off the boat and onto land? The answer is surprisingly no. We both enjoy taking showers and relaxing at home once we get to a new destination. Plus, if we're anchored somewhere, we both just feel better about spending the night, or at least a few hours, making sure our anchor is holding before venturing out. We approach Club Nautico, and let me tell you, it sounds a whole lot swankier than it is. Really glad we both got our tetanus shots before we left the US. Anyway, we were informed that there's a small fee of 20 pesos for docking here, and in return, the guard will keep an eye on your dinghy, but there are no guarantees. So we had a small contingency plan for security. Can I see the bike lock?
Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna fall through this thing. This is really what people have to pay. Like,
We're in Mexico.
yeah.
This is what you wanted. This is the real experience. No filter. This is not what I was talking about.
I don't understand what you're talking
Can I show you then?
about. Sure.
Okay. So we get this completely untied. Wrap
Nope. So why would we unhook
We
that?
take everything out, okay? We push this through here to wrap whatever we need to through this line.
It's already like that.
Or put this on that first. And then clip this into like one of these.
Well, if you go through that, that's fine, but then someone will just cut that.
Somebody could cut this.
It's a lot harder to cut that than a
Okay.
nylon rope. To just wrap it around so it's around this rope, that's about the best we're gonna get anyway. We're relying on a rope either way. Someone can cut. F you, bird. You, bird.
Alright, so you want to do it like you had it before?
Yeah. All right, we are as secure as we can make ourselves. You ready, Kel?
I'm ready.
Let's go check out Club Nautico. It's got to be the hippest place ever. Let's go. Don't slip, you'll get tetanus. Where are you going?
This is the line.
I'm aware of that. You certainly are. If you were gonna go talk to him, that'd be fine.
We wandered around looking for someone in charge until we found the guard, Martin, at the gate. We gave him our pesos and headed out.
So Club Nautico has seen better days, but Martin was super nice.
Yeah, super friendly guy.
Yeah, gave him 40 pesos. He said you don't have to pay, you just have to, like tip only.
He said, some days you pay, some days you don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here's the start of the hike. You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready. We made it through security.
We did. It wasn't that bad. You just walk up and they check your bags and
And I got to
they
get
let
my
you
water.
Yeah, they let you bring water in. They just don't let you bring any other drinks or food. Which is smart. They consider it, because the hike is free.
Look at this giant swimming pool.
I think that's the sewage treatment plant that was supposed to stink before.
I think you're right. El Gato.
I got that. Mazatlan, and then you have the golden zone. And you can see Deer Island and the other one. I can't remember what it is, like Bird Island or something. Up there.
Is that a dead cat?
And a cat that's relaxing. We're most of the way. The worst part is just like the complete lack of breeze, so this is a good spot.
Good news! We made it to the top, along with everyone else waiting in line for their photo op on the famous glass bridge. They said the line would be long, and it is.
There's more than 10 people on it.
We made a hard pass on the bridge. The hike was free, but you had to buy tickets for the bridge. Then we headed back down towards town. We knew there'd be so much to see here, and we didn't want to waste any time waiting in line.
So much footage of Kelly walking down. So much footage of Kelly walking down. So much footage of Kelly walking down.
Stop anytime.
There she goes. So much footage of Kelly walking down. This time Chris is also walking down. I'm a little thirsty, but that's okay. We're gonna go get a beer today.
A beer?
As soon as we're finished walking down.
Walking down.
Kelly, I think it's good that they discourage people from going down here, because that's pretty dangerous. And when I mean discourage, I mean they really discourage you from going down there. It's basically like, if you go down here, not only will you slip and fall, but you'll also lacerate yourself to death. So don't even try it, punk. These hooligans.
Yeah, these hooligans.
Hooliganos.
Trying to keep us safe.
So much footage of Kelly walking down.
We made it all the way, walking down. Now for a cool beverage of some kind.
Look at these. That looks like a nice bathroom. That's what baños means if you're curious. All right, I'm ready to go. Kelly walking out.
Then we started a different kind of hike, the one around town, experiencing the dailiness, the markets, the cool drinks, the citizens of the streets. Look at this charming courtship. Why is the fat one so angry? He's trying. We had heard there was a hotel bar with a rooftop pool close by, so we decided to pop in and see what that was all about. Plus, you know, stairs provide good exercise. Ooh, what a view!
Well, Kelly, well, it feels like we've snuck up here.
I think
We're at the top of this bar. It's about, I don't know, like 14 stories tall, right on the Malecon. We're recommended to have a margarita up here. Look how much huger mine is than yours, Kelly. Look at how much bigger it is. Yours is little.
all about perspective, babe.
Oh. Give it a suck. Suckle from your margarita, baby. Good?
Margarita-rific.
Could we make it a rule that we never use that word again?
No, it's a great word.
So Kelly and I are up here enjoying these margaritas because we went on a group and they recommended to have a margarita up here because it's like today is a great day to be up here. Even 14 stories in the air, there's no breeze. I was just telling Kelly, it can be deceiving, but it looks like you could anchor literally just out in the complete unprotected coast and be just fine. That's how mild today is. You know, we've so far hit two of the big places, Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, very touristy, very large towns. This is our kind of explore Mazatlan day. We walked through the colonial area, took a nice hike. If you look behind me, right there, this is the mountain, right? Yeah, okay, that's it. This is the mountain, the hugely tall Mas Alto mountain that we climbed today. And there's like a little tongue sticking out right here. That's the glass little, I'm gonna call it the Instagram spot, because all I saw is women up there getting their picture taken. That's 88 miles in the air, dude.
Fun fact. Excuse you.
Dios mío. I'm learning Spanish.
We cashed out and started our self-guided tour down the Malecon. First, we needed a bite to balance out those margaritas. Oh, the food is here.
Yes.
How is it?
We're having some nachos from Macaws. Let's see how they
Hold please. Put it in your mouth.
It's tasty. There's no beans on the chips, so that's cool.
And they came out really fast.
Well, and like with the nachos, this is what's great about it. Put the chips on a plate, cheese on the chips, the beef you've already prepared and all that, and then you like put it in a salamander. It takes no time at all.
And what are you drinking here?
The official beer of Mazatlan. Pacifico.
I'm having a Paloma.
You've already had most of it.
It's still in progress.
Yeah, so Macaws, it seems like it's kind of like an expatriate bar. A lot of gringos here.
We continued down the Malecon, not looking for anything in particular, just taking in the sights. We keep walking to this vista. That lookout behind Chris seems worth checking out.
This is not a bad view.
But on the way over, that is creepy as hell.
Over there?
No,
Why?
there's a goat devil on the door. We have no idea what this is and really no desire to find out. Anyway, we made it to the top of the vista point and the view was very much worth it.
Kelly and I just had a photo shoot because Kelly is an Instagram model and she is like so hot. Show us, Kelly. Show us your poses. Oh God, flesh. We're just walking the Malecon, having a great time, the two of us.
Yeah.
We're gonna go this way a little ways and then probably head back because we're getting a long ways from home. It's gonna be a long walk.
It is. We headed back down and kept walking along the Malecon, taking in as much as we could.
It's kind of eerie, Kel. It's like looking into a mirror.
Yep. We stumbled on a market.
Yeah, just walking back.
We ducked into the town center and stumbled upon Pino Suarez Mazatlan Market. This place had just about everything you could ever want, in terms of meat and produce, even some clothing vendors. We left empty-handed for two reasons. One, we were still pretty stocked from Cabo. And two, we didn't want to lug back a bunch of things now that we were miles from the boat. Except for maybe beer. Beer might be worth lugging around. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Well, what do you know? Our dinghy is still here, tied up, safe, and secure. Well, floater is still here. It's good. Wow, what a day! Altogether, we put in about 10 miles from our hike, strolling the Malecon, and rushing through town. Back to the boat! Well, that's it for this week. Tune in next time for more Mazatlan adventures. Well, here at Anchor, sweating our balls off.
Today has been a day of repairs and improvements. It is morning of let's say.
Okay, just pull it up here and we'll beat it to death.
Well, oh, this hair.
Chris found some squid on
Yeah,
our
on the
deck
deck.
the other day, so we're gonna use it as bait. And what kind of fish are we gonna catch today?
The ones that swim in the ocean. I don't know how this is a thing. Starfishes eat? Look at all the little fingers on it.
That's so weird. It's like you
How
staged that.
do I get that off? So I'm just sharing my thoughts and what goes through my mind.
Like, had I
Do you
known
want to eat a
that,
poop fish?
I don't want to eat a poop fish, but like.
Let's eat a delicious poop fish. Phone in front of me, and then you go, well, you don't need to film and throw your thing on the deck.
Okay, so we get this.
The world according to Kelly. She knows it all. Tell us more
I don't
facts.
know it all. I just know what I see.
Never a dull moment with this luster. Sit up, Bo. Right now, yeah, there you go. Smile. There's a cover. I made a cover.
Alright. I think that's good. I think you've captured the moment.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.